I've been looking for a Canon camera that shoots full frame 4K up to at least 30 frames per second. It doesn't have to go to 60. Some sort of S-Log3 picture profile, at least 24 megapixels, so 24 and up. That's it. What's going on, guys? Chris here. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, definitely check out my YouTube channel as I make videos all about camera gear and photography and videography. So as I mentioned before, I've been looking for a B camera. Currently, I'm shooting on the Canon R5 with an EF 16-35 f2.8, and I love it. It's a great setup. It probably and still is one of the best hybrid cameras for the money. But as a creator, I want a B camera to show more behind the scenes so I can better teach you guys what I do. And yes, I am invested in Canon glass. I shoot with EF glass with the R5 as well as the Red Raven over there. So I don't really want to change systems. But oh my goodness, Canon, where is the Canon EOS R Mark II technically? Because I think this was the camera that a lot of people were waiting for at the beginning of this year or the end of 2022 instead of the R6 Mark II. But don't get me wrong, the R6 Mark II looks great. It has amazing specs and it definitely looks like a bump up from the original R6. But Canon has yet to make a camera that seriously competes with Sony's a7 III. Because they released the Canon EOS R and I had it for a while and I actually liked it. But it was 1080p and the slow motion was at 720p, so it wasn't really the highest quality camera. But besides that, the autofocus was great, the color science was great, and I actually thoroughly enjoyed using it. And as a content creator, all I really want is a full frame 4K camera with Canon's color science, S-Log3, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So now in the situation, do I go to the R6 Mark II? Now the R6 Mark II is great and has all these specs, but it is quite a bit more expensive than what the EOS R Mark II would technically cost. Because I would price it around the $2,000 to $2,100 range to basically be their lowest end full frame 4K camera. If you look up what the rumors are for the next Canon R Mark II, you get this Canon R8. And the Canon R8 specs are as follows: a 30.3 megapixel full frame sensor, same autofocus system as the Canon R3, 4K up to 30 frames per second uncropped, and then 4K 60 cropped. Now this camera is rumored to come out in 2023, but I feel like it's a bit late. This camera should have come out in the middle of 2022. The original Canon EOS R came out in 2018. The Canon R6 came out in 2022, so why is there an upgrade to the R6 and there isn't an upgrade to the R? Now I was speaking to other photographers and YouTubers about this and they were all also confused. Not to mention the R6 Mark II kind of cannibalized the original R6. So anyone who recently purchased a Canon R6 probably isn't too happy. Now on my search for a B camera, I've looked at so many different cameras. I've looked to switch to Sony because Sony has the a7 III and now the a7 IV, which perform amazingly, but that would require me investing in a whole new set of lenses. I looked as far back as the Canon 1DX Mark II, and I made a video about this in 2022 talking about whether I should get the Canon 1DX Mark II, and so many people in the comments were actually agreeing with me that it would still be an amazing purchase in 2022. And that camera came out in 2016. So Canon, please release this camera very soon, and please don't cripple it in some annoying fashion. I've also been looking at other brands like Fuji because I want this camera to, yes, shoot full frame 4K, but part of me wants it to be mainly a photo camera because having an R5 and the Red are more than enough for me. So I was looking at the Fuji GFX 50S. It's almost a medium format camera that shoots 50 megapixels, and I saw the images from it and they're absolutely amazing. So yeah, hopefully this rant wasn't too boring. And if you have any information on this supposed R8, let me know down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.